Yeah, we got Stevo in here, so luckily now we can put it on the radio because we were just over here just rapping about everything.
And he's got his dog with him. And
yeah.
His dog is awesome.
Yeah, your dog is so cool. And if you don't remember the last time Stevo was in here with us, it's a dog you just found on the streets in Peru.
Yep.
You were there.
South American street dog.
And she's kind of like followed you. Grab that mic and grab it real close to your mouth.
Yeah. Cool.
And so, so you just adopted her and she goes everywhere with you. And I was asking because, I mean, you're traveling everywhere. You're based in Southern California now,
Correct,
right?
yeah. Los Angeles.
So, and, I figured, when you go around, the dog's always with you and dog just flies, but you're not creating it. She just goes on with you.
Correct.
We're talking about the whole service dog thing.
She's a legit service dog. And I could not believe when I went about the process of making her a service dog. Like, I wanted to show off, like, how awesome she is. You know? And, like, I learned that there's no such thing as official certification. There's no test to take. Like, it's crazy.
It's unreal. Yeah, I was telling you. Yeah, I think so many people have this. I know so many people that have it for dogs. I look at the dog. I'm like, that dog really is like.
Well, that's why people
no
get
training,
mad.
nothing.
The airport would have peacocks walking through.
Right.
It's a service animal.
Yeah.
It's a peacock.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, I wanted to go about it every bit the most legitimate way, and I learned that there's just nothing to do except to buy the vest online, and I learned all about it, man. I got her a fully legit trainer. Like, I've got like a note from my doctor. Like every box is so checked to be legit. But the thing is that there's actually no certification. Like, there's no system for it. So I buy this vest for Wendy, and it shows up in the mail. It's got it came with a little stack of cards.
Yeah.
I call them FU cards, where it's like the idea is that if anybody gets upset with Wendy being sore, hand them a card and it says, federal law says we can go wherever we want. And it's got this little statute that says, and you're not allowed to ask me what is wrong with me, why I need a service animal.
Wow.
Like, because that's like privileged, like medical information. Or something.
HIPAA.
Yeah. But I'll just come out and say it. There's all kinds of crap wrong with me.
Oh, yeah.
I need my dog, dude.
That's awesome.
And the other thing that's crazy is that you don't have to buy the dog a seat on the plane or anything like that.
No
in
way.
the eyes of the law, the dog is an extension of your body.
Okay, so how does that work
Anywhere
then?
you go.
Because does your dog sit in the seat next to you?
No. Like, she'll be on the floor in front of me.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes when the plane takes off, she prefers to be on my lap.
Aww.
And sometimes they'll say, oh, she can't be on your lap when the plane's taking off, which is fine.
Yeah.
But
how much does she weigh? Just give people an idea, because this is a medium-sized dog, right?
Yeah, I think 59 pounds.
Okay, all right. So that's a pretty good-sized dog.
She's a large little toddler.
Dude, she's epic. And she has never made even a peep. Not an iota of sound in an airport. She's never peed on a plane or in a hotel room, anything like that.
Do people ever give you a hard time if you try to bring it in? Has anyone ever tried to stop you and be...
If you say she's a service dog, like almost 100% of the time, everyone says, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. By all means, come on in." Like, it's crazy.
Okay.
And nobody's clear on like what the situation really is with it,
Yeah.
Because I'm a recovering alcoholic and drug addict. Like, I can't go around doing stuff that I think is wrong.
Right.
Otherwise I'll end up loaded. So I really like was careful about doing it every bit the right way that I could.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Like how just this weird honor system that it is.
Yeah. Stevo is going to be at the new Dania Improv. You said you're just the second.
Correct. Last week was the first weekend of the Dania Improv. They opened with Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And I'm week number 2.
Wow, they're going big.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And the guy Joel, who
Joel Verdi. He does all the improvs. Yeah, he does Miami. He does the Palm Beach. He does now
Phoenix,
Dania.
He's got
Phoenix. He's got it all set up. Yeah,
and I started touring doing stand-up like 11 years ago.
Wow, okay.
And that long ago, Joel was just one of the first people to encourage me and support me, give me advice and book me. And it's crazy how over these last 11 years, like I've come into my own and figured out like what I'm doing with stand up.
Yeah, and I was on the website for the Dania Improv, and I saw it. I didn't know if this is part of the gag or if this is legit. I think it said X-rated.
Oh, completely.
So that's not a joke. Like it's
like my contract requires that there be legal waivers posted all over the venue because like there's such a legitimate concern about lawsuits stemming from how totally explicit this is.
I didn't know if that was just I thought maybe it was a lie. Ha ha ha. It's X-rated.
No.
It's okay.
And you would think, well, how can stand-up be so X-rated? But as I said, I've figured out what I'm doing with the stand-up, and now it's become a completely multimedia affair. So it's called the Bucket List Show.
Yeah.
And the ideas on my bucket list are just so over-the-top ridiculous that they were never, ever supposed to happen. They were just like crazy things to say.
Okay.
Like if skydiving ever came up, I would be like, oh man, everybody goes skydiving, dude. That's not crazy. If I ever go skydiving, with the dude strapped on my back, I'm going to be butt naked and furiously servicing myself. And so I'm going to time it.
Seriously.
Yeah, and I'm going to time it so that right when I fall out of the plane, I'm making a mess. All over the guy.
That'd be X-rated, yeah.
That's
that would
amazing.
be X-rated. Okay, I get it now.
And after each bit in the show, then there's a screening of the bit.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
And I think that there's 9 there's 9 video. So it's like a Jackass movie and a stand-up show mixed into one. And the stuff I'm doing is stuff that I just would not even be allowed to do on Jackass, period, because it's either XXX rated or completely illegal. Like, for example,
oh man,
I had an idea. It started out as like I was mad at poachers. I was thinking, why do they murder these beautiful animals?
Right.
They just like for no purpose but to take a photo.
Amen.
And so in my head, I thought, what if these people just use tranquilizer darts? Let the thing wake up. Why do they got to kill it if it's only to get that one?
It's like you get your photo and then you call it good and then the animal lives and we're all happy.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
And that's what got me started thinking about tranquilizer darts.
Uh-oh.
So I was like, okay, this would be great. I'll go to the track and field with my bro.
Yeah.
Just any one of my Jackass buddies, and we line up for a foot race.
Yeah.
You got your guy on your mark, get set. It starts with the gun. They shoot tranquilizer darts into our butt cheeks, and then we sprint for distance. And whoever makes it the farthest before they're out cold is the winner.
It hits pretty quick, doesn't it?
Well, that's okay. So like every single idea on my list, as absurd as they all are, I'm going.
That's
through
absurd.
I'm going through with everything on the list.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I got my guy, my co-producer guy, my business partner, my tour manager, and I tell him, I always tell him to line up with all these things.
Yeah.
So I say, find somebody who's got the tranquilizer dart gun. And he finds some guy in Alabama.
Of course it is. There's a lot of places people are, are you crazy? I can't shoot a human with a tranq dart.
Right. In Alabama, the guy was pretty cool about it. But we learned that what was going to be in the dart was ketamine. And again, I'm a drug addict, and I love ketamine. I love that stuff. So that was a problem. And I wrestled with it. God, dude, this was so bad because here I've got like all of my ambitions at odds with my recovery. These are like the 2 most important things in my life. And I was to the point where I was like, dude, come on, it's just one time.
And that's how it goes.
Thankfully, I'm like plugged into my community of people in recovery, to help me through that. But I was losing my mind until I thought, I got sober, and since then I've had countless surgeries and all the rest of it where they've put me under general anesthesia. Yeah. And I never relapsed after that. So I was like, felt confident I could do a general anesthesia challenge. Right. So the plan was, let me have an IV in my arm and get knocked out completely while I'm hauling ass on a bicycle.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so wait. Okay, so hold on, wait.
Are you wearing a helmet?
What is going on?
Yeah. Okay.
You're on a
Okay.
bicycle, like riding, and you got an IV coming out of your arm that's giving you anesthesia at the same time?
Well, we've got the medical professional completely in disguise, and nobody on set ever sees their face.
I was going to say,
Okay.
they probably don't want to be known for this. Yeah.
Right. They definitely don't want to be known for this because they put a lot of years into getting this career started, and now it's all on the line.
This could be a speed bump for them.
Yeah. Plus, the problem being that general anesthesia drugs make you stop breathing, and that's why they intubate you. You know, they put the tube down your throat to breathe.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that doesn't sound safe.
As much as I begged them to intubate me with a dildo.
I love where your mind, because it's so crazy. You would think it would stop at that point, be like, okay, this is enough, and then you take it to another level. It just keeps going. That's
Crazy in the
that's the mind of
best way.
Stevo. Yeah,
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away too much because I would be pouring the show up, but suffice it to say that you see all of this stuff transpire. That there's 9 different like over the top like Jackass stunts that I could never do for Jackass, and that's what makes this so crazy.
That's amazing.
It makes it so fun.
I do want to talk about one of those because you got the Jackass Forever coming out in theaters October 22nd, and coming up here in a second, your show is legitimately X-rated when you go see him at the Dania Improv. I want to talk about the one stunt that didn't make it in, but it got you like 1 million views. So can we talk about that coming up
the one
next?
with the dog poop.
This is really unbelievable to me that you actually do things that can't make it into a Jackass movie.
Yeah.
Which is pretty insane. And one of the things that couldn't make it in has to do with dog poo, and then you did it on your own, and it's got over 1 million views on YouTube, on your YouTube channel.
It's got a lot, and it's not that it couldn't make it into the Jackass movie because of the explicit nature of it. It was just creatively.
Yeah.
The director didn't think it was clever enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was in our last Jackass movie, Jackass 3D. There's a bit where Bam would like sneak up behind you and throw a cup of water in your face and then punch you with the other hand.
Seems fun.
It was called the Rocky. And this was something that we did to take advantage of the new slow motion technology where the Phantom camera was new.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it would look amazing to see water hitting your face and then fist coming in from the other direction.
And the face jiggling so much.
Yeah.
So I kind of pictured the evolution of that bit, the Rocky.
Yeah.
I bought a T-shirt cannon, and I figured if we fill up this T-shirt cannon packed with wet dog poop, and really dial up the PSI.
You're thinking Phantom camera the whole way. This is going to be an amazing visual. Yeah.
Sneak up. Yeah. And so you would not only have the benefit of like the water and the face jiggling and super slow-mo, but it would leave the person with poop all over their face.
Oh, yeah, I mean, this is win all the way around so far.
Right. I thought it was pretty awesome idea, but the director and Spike Jonze, they didn't think that it was that it was clever or funny enough. It did.
Okay.
Right. So it didn't happen.
Huh.
And then these kids, the Nelk boys, who are absolutely
they're
on
massively huge. Yeah, my kids are big fans. Are they the Full Sail guys?
Full Send.
Full Send, Full Send, the Nelk Boys. In fact, my daughter, they have their own seltzer out now.
Yeah, Happy Dad.
Happy Dad.
And they cannot keep it in stock.
I had it. My daughter gave me one last week, and I had it for the first time. And
no matter how much of that they make, they cannot keep it in stock.
You can. I know kids. My daughter's age, she's 23, and my son, like Nelk Boys, it's all in, and that's interesting. You kind of do things with them because they are really like the next generation of the Jackass guys.
Dude, they're huge.
Yeah,
they're
are
absolutely
massive.
huge. So when the one guy, Steve Will Do It, is one of the Nelk boys.
Okay.
And he wanted to film with me, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I better hit a home run for this because it got over 1 million views on my channel, but on his channel, I mean, who knows how many?
Right.
So,
wow.
This system of collaborating with.
Yes.
And you know what? I don't even mind saying it. Steve Will Do It
Yeah.
is coming to the show tonight.
Oh.
No way.
He's down. He's here in Florida. He's a Florida kid.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Okay.
Another big personality coming to the show tonight is Amanda Cerny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So that's nice. You're gonna have some good celebrity friends out to
Yep.
Do you want
be
to
there
know,
with
is
you.
your dog going to be there?
You know she will.
How does she just chill like on the stage or the back in the backstage, or what do you do with your dog?
Wendy hangs out in the green room until it's her time to perform. She's part of the show.
Oh, I love that.
Oh man,
Dude, your dog is amazing. I love your dog.
Yeah,
yeah.
she's epic.
That is very cool.
Oh, you know what? You know what else too is so exciting. It's tough to say this without feeling like a braggart, but I'm so proud of the fact that I have graduated from comedy clubs to theaters.
Nice.
That is cool. Yeah, good for you.
Yay.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this tonight and tomorrow night in Dania Beach is largely like my farewell to comedy clubs.
Well, that's awesome.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's huge.
You feel like, I mean, do you feel like you've really gotten a lot better? I assume. I mean, when you do something that's
Oh my
11
God, so
years,
much.
I can imagine if you look back probably at your first couple comedy shows, you're like, what was I doing?
Even my first comedy special. Is
Oh,
like,
really? Okay.
You know, my first comedy special was on Showtime. And,
Yeah.
And it's a tough one, you know. Like, I've grown a lot. And then my second comedy special is so much better.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you improve a lot. And the thing, too, is that with stand-up, it's tough. I think a lot of comedians have a hard time like video recording the show and then watching it back.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it might
Yeah.
make you cringe, or you just
Maybe-
something will go wrong
Right.
that you wanted to execute better, and you're
Right.
hard on yourself.
There's just something about watching back video footage of
Yeah.
performing stand-up that can be tough for comedians.
Yeah.
And yet it's the most important thing to do.
No, you're right. It is tough. Honestly, we have the same thing in radio. Like everybody who's on the radio, they call it air checking. And
Oh,
you
it's awful.
hate it because you're just cringing and you're sitting there with somebody that's judging you and they're telling you how to do it better. It's one of the toughest things to do. But you're right. You have to really kind of face the music to get better.
But it's
Sure.
good though when you look at it yourself and you're making your own adjustments.
I fell into that category of people who just couldn't stand to do it. But then, as I was preparing for my second comedy special,
Yeah.
I decided that since so much of the storytelling was telling stories that had happened on video,
Yeah.
I thought, oh my God, what if I edit footage into the specials? So that,
Brilliant.
so that you're
Yeah.
like here, you're seeing the stand up, but you're actually seeing images of footage. Come
yeah,
in.
why not make it multimedia stuff?
Yeah.
It works. It worked so phenomenally well.
I bet.
And when I came up with that idea, I started taping the shows and editing the footage into it.
Yeah.
To, you know, just as and it worked really well.
Well, it
but
almost reminds me of the old Dave Chappelle show where
Yeah.
he would come out on stage, crack a couple jokes, and then he would kind of seg into something they would play, and then there he is back on stage again.
Yeah.
Why not?
It worked so phenomenally well, and it forced me
Mm-hmm.
to study the footage of the stand-up.
Good. That's
You know,
great.
like that second special, I never had video footage on tour with me. It was just, I just let the stand up like warrant its own show.
Right.
And then I added in the footage in post.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so now
so-
you've realized how to integrate the two for a
Right.
live audience.
Now the actual live experience is multimedia.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my question is, okay, so you're doing this, and here we are. You guys, Jackass. You guys have been doing this for a while.
Right.
How many years now have you been doing
It came out in
Jackass?
October of 2000, so we're approaching 21 years.
21 years of doing
Wow.
this. How old were you when you did your first Jackass project?
Well, when the show first premiered, I was 26.
Okay, 26.
Do
Okay.
you guys come up with ideas solo and then bring them in a meeting? How do you guys do all that?
It totally depends. Like the only constant with the ideas for Jackass is that whoever came up with the idea sort of owns the idea. Like intellectual property. gets
Okay,
huge
yeah.
respect.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So if you see somebody doing something, you can be sure that either they came up with the idea or they were granted permission from the person who did come up with the idea.
Okay.
That's cool.
And people will come up with ideas specifically for someone, like, oh, I've got one that's great for you, or you know, this and that. And
Yeah.
the ideas will come up all different ways. We'll have actual like group meetings where we get together.
Okay.
we'll submit ideas by email.
So the train isn't slowing down, and that's really kind of what my question is. Do you see an end to doing this style of comedy where you hurt yourself a lot and your body takes a lot of the punishment?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you the first joke of my bucket list show that tonight is that I'm in a really tough spot. I'm Stevo in my 40s. My body's begun to fail me.
Yes, okay, all right.
And I'm such a pitiful attention whore. I just can't stop behaving like a third grader. And I'm racing against the clock, trying to do as much dumb stuff as possible before it becomes creepy to watch.
Oh, man. All right, check out Stevo. He is going to be at the Dania Improv. Get tickets for the shows tonight, tomorrow night. It's sold out. Always love having you in here, man.
Dude,
Thank you so much.
It's an honor, man.
Can't wait for the
Thank you.
Jackass Forever. Going to be hitting theaters on October 22nd.
Thank you for letting me spend some quality time with your dog.
Dude,
Aw.
happy for you to spend that entire time molesting Wendy.
I'm going out later.